I think the staff feel very strongly about our ethos here. It's very much about children's choice, children's independence. We believe thoroughly that children have the right to make their own decisions all of the time. So they have freedom of choice whether to be in the garden, whether to be inside. Their behaviour is managed in a positive way. We don't encourage talking negatively to children at any time. So it is very much about the children are the priority, the children are paramount. We follow their lead all of the time. All of our observations, everything is led from the children. Embedding that, I think, is very much about myself and Anne being there all of the time and for large chunks of the day, being able to see what's happening around, being good role models. Our senior staff are now extraordinarily good role models, so they spend lots of time with the new staff, and this is what we do here, and you can come and sit with us while we do this activity, and we'll talk you through how we scaffold on the children's knowledge, how we do observations while we're doing activities, because that can be quite difficult, especially for staff that are just out of college. Some of our staff are behaviour management coordinators, so they're in charge of behaviour management within the nursery. So they were the staff that would lead those workshops, so it would empower them. So we kind of brought it all back down to them, and then, you know, the staff that were less experienced would come in and would know exactly what was expected of them. But rather than myself or Anne doing it all the time, you know, it was the other staff that they work with every day that was saying, this is what we do here. It isn't just when Anne and Noelle are here. It isn't just, you know, we do this all day, we do it every day, and it's all about the children. I think when we're looking at interactions between staff and children, I think it's really important that the staff know why they're doing what they're doing. It's not just because this is what they were taught at college or this, you know, they need to know the reasoning behind it. And I think as a good leader, you need to be informing the staff, this is why we do good things here. This is why the interactions with children have to be so good and at their level. We're always talking about being down at children's level and never scooping up babies and, you know, being with them rather than making the children come to you. And I think that the children learn very quickly that that works well. You know, when you're sitting with the children and you're talking to them with good eye contact, that means, you know, it's automatically good non-verbal communication. It's automatically good interactions with children, and they respond to it. We do peer-to-peer observations as well, where it's not me and Anne going down observing the staff. It is each other. And initially the staff were very going, oh, but that's my friend and I don't want to upset her. But actually when they learned how to do it positively, you know, when they learned how to talk to each other in a professional, positive way, it worked really well. And is continuing to work really well. And, you know, it is about empowering as well. And they felt very empowered about being able to say, you know, I really wanted to say that to that person for such a long time. And I was able to do it through the activity that they were doing, you know. So it's been a really good thing for us.
Watching someone else sometimes, and you think just because they don't do it in the same way as you doesn't make it wrong, it just makes it a different way. And sometimes when you look at somebody and you think, you know what, I wish I could do that, and I could use what you've said and some of the words that you've used, and I think that's a really important thing to learn from each other.